Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, darling, had gonna
New rules.
Should we do a little like instructional segment here that we can clip out? Tell us about the two-handed backhand roll you've been doing. It's super effective when done right. Not many people have that in their bag, but walk us through it. When's the right time? What's the technique?
So when I was younger, I couldn't really hit a backhand slice dink. I wasn't strong enough. I was too weak on it. So we were practicing with Kyle Yates one time, and he was like, Anna Leigh, why don't you just try to put two hands on it, because your two-handed backhand's good, and just try to roll it. And I could immediately do it. And I didn't know how I was hitting it for the longest time. It was just natural to me. And then later in my career, I figured out it's a lot of left arm. I'm really dropping my wrist and then use it mainly my left arm. My right arm's just kind of there for support. So I feel like because of that, it's really good to use when somebody pulls you out wide to the backhand side, because the further away you are from the court, the more angles you have to work with, and the more you can really use your left arm to get around the ball. So if it's really close to you, you honestly kind of have to hit it differently, more like Riley's little bunt backhand kind of dink. So I would say it's probably most effective if somebody pulls you out wide. That being said, when it's close to you, you can speed up. So it kind of adds that element of is she going to dink this or is she going to speed it up? So maybe it's better to use when it's close to you as far as that aspect of it. So I like it because my opponents don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I can dink line, cross, lob, speed up, cross court, down the line, down the middle.
All from the same position.
Yeah, all from the same spot, which is really cool and really useful.
Right.
So that's why I like it.
We're actually working now. Oh, you were going to say that?
I was going to say that. You can
on
say
a
it.
three-handed backhand?
I use my leg as my third
No,
hand.
on the slice. On a slice dink and a slice drop and a slice return. Just not that she would necessarily use it that much, but it can't hurt to have
in
another
singles,
shot.
I noticed I was having if it was a short backhand, but not not short enough to where I'm reaching for it, but not deep enough to where I can really hit a two-handed backhand. It was kind of in the middle, and I didn't really know what to do with it. And now I'm starting to slice it and then get up into the cat and mouse in singles, which I feel is my strength. So that was really helpful, and I think that gave us the idea to then be all right, maybe if we slice some backhand dinks, it would kind of throw a little bit of spice into it. And then I'm working on slicing and then
the pretzel.
the pretzel.
The pretzel, is that
one
the
more
Tush
time.
and Gabe
Pretzel.
shot? The Kyle and Gabe shot?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm because nobody in the women's game has that shot. So I'm maybe if I
they might
slice-
have it. They might just not use it.
Yeah.
You're calling it a pretzel? It's when you
Isn't that what they
sort
call
of
it, a
line up the
pretzel?
backhand and then you flip
A
it
pretzel
around?
is when I speed up at Wyatt Stone and he goes like this, and it looks like an Auntie Anne's pretzel. But
I'm pretty sure.
that's how we use it over here in
I'm
Texas.
pretty sure
but-
we call it, when Gabe does it at home, we call it the pretzel.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, interesting.
I don't know.
Because if I'm using two hands and then all of a sudden I go to one and do this, then they would know what I'm doing. But if I also have the slice in my arsenal, then maybe I could use it. I'm still figuring it out. I haven't used it.
And then
in
you
tournament
have
yet,
Junior Mint, which he doesn't go by that anymore. He does he does it both ways with both hands.
Oh yeah,
right?
Oh yeah. I play with Jack all the time over
Yeah.
here. I see all types of fun stuff that doesn't work.
Yeah. He's on my he's on my Instagram reels, I think, more than any pickleball player.
Yeah.
I'm oh, there's Jack Monroe.
Well, he's another
teaching a
one.
new
He's
shot.
William Sobeck,
And Jack and Rachel
Jack,
Elliott
and the Elliott.
had some battles.
Only
back
young
in the
kids
day.
playing. It was the junior event, and it was you four
Yeah.
and Caden.
And Caden. Yeah. Like that, yeah, no.
All right, what about this? Who's the coolest contact you have in your phone?
That's tough. I don't think I have that many
I know who it is.
who. I mean, Gary V. That's a pretty
Mom.
cool one. You have that in your phone?
You do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I do?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Is
you
that,
do.
it sounds like somebody's got canceled or something.
No, it's not somebody who has cancer. I mean,
I don't have her number.
All right, do we get 5 guesses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe Biden.
He's not a her, I don't think.
Oh, it's a she.
It's a she. Yeah.
Miley Cyrus.
No.
Why can't you say it?
No.
I mean, we can say
You
it's
can
just we
say
don't
it.
necessarily know 100. It was an email.
Yeah, I got an email from
Okay.
Serena Williams,
That's awesome.
but I don't
Yeah.
think I have her
Or
phone
her
number.
phone number.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
What was it about?
phone number.
Well, let's keep going.
Pickleball.
here.
It was just about pickleball.
yeah.
I think it was during
She
all
was,
the MLP
yeah, she was just
stuff.
wondering like what about like it was going crazy, and she was just kind of like, what's going on type thing.
Yeah,
In our
yeah.
investigations, we
Yeah,
saw that she had
yeah.
trademarked Serena Williams pickleball. But that was like
really?
a year and a half, 2 years ago, and then
Okay.
nothing really
Well,
came
that's
of it.
probably
so.
when this email. It was
Right.
like early on.
Yeah.
We'll let that
don't know,
slide on a
that's a tough-
technicality.
Yeah.
We'll take it. You interacted with Serena Williams via some form of messaging. We're gonna count that.
I mean, I think like all the people that I have in my phone are all people that are involved, all the cool people involved in MLP. So
Yeah, right.
probably a lot of people
Owners and
have their
stuff.
numbers
Yeah.
in their phone
Yeah.
too.
Right.
So I kind of wanted to go back, if you don't mind, to what a normal day of training looks like for you, because I'm sure a lot of people are very, very interested in what the world #1 pickleball player does to train. So if you have an average day, what would you say that looks like for you?
So if there's a lot of tournaments going on and I'm not home, then it's way different. But this is like, I'm going to give you, if I'm at home for 2 weeks in between a tournament, I've just taken a couple days off and I'm starting to get back to training. I'll usually play pickleball in the morning for like an hour and a half, you would say is our usual. And then I'll go to training with my personal trainer for another hour and a half. And then I'll usually either play pickleball again or do some other type of physical activity again in the afternoon.
Okay.
So
And
it's
then-
usually anywhere from like 3 to 5 hours of
I mean,
work.
I think it's very rare that you ever play pickleball twice in one day.
Yeah, but it does happen.
It happens, but it's rare.
Well, what I've recently started dabbling with is like playing an hour in the morning and then playing an hour in the afternoon. And I think that might be like interesting to start using, like on the days that I'd like really feel tired or don't really want to play, like just go out and play for an hour and then come back and play for an hour instead of just like an hour and a half or 2 hour slot.
But I think probably the last couple of years, if you added up all the time that she spent training, more of it has been
Gym and PT.
gym and PT over actually playing
I probably
pickleball.
play pickleball 4 to 5 days a week.
Okay.
Probably like once a day, sometimes twice if it's like before a tournament and I haven't played too much. Like this time, I didn't play that much after the last event. And then trying to like ramp back up quickly, that's when I'll play like twice in a day. But if I start earlier and have like 2 weeks, then I don't play twice in one day.
And it's always until a few days before the tournament, it's all drilling.
That's what I was going to ask. So what would you say is your sort of your ratio of
80,
drilling?
90% drilling.
Okay. I was
And
curious because
sometimes-
Did you just say
only
89%?
80 to 90%.
I was going to say it's a very specific
Oh,
percentage.
no.
Well, yeah, you're only playing 2 hours a day. That people might hear that, and it's not a ton. But in 2 hours, if you're actually doing focused drilling, you can get so many more reps than
And we're
play.
not taking long breaks, you know.
Yeah.
It's like we're doing drills, grabbing a sip of water, and like getting right
Moving
back out
on.
there.
It's hard to, I know we have a lot of people in South Florida, but it's hard to like get a group together because some people don't want to play with some people or they already have pickleball planned. So it's like really
Or
hard
like
to get
they're on they're playing APP and your schedules just don't align. So it really is.
or you just want to play women's doubles and you don't want to play mixed, or like one guy doesn't want to play with 3 girls. So it's like tough to get a foursome together. Usually I'll grab her and then like sometimes 250 guys or something like that. And not even like the top names that you would know that live in South Florida.
Sure. So what are you gonna do if you're in a 1 hour drill session? If you two are drilling together for an hour, like what is that gonna look like?
Well, we have drill days where it's like we're just gonna do a little bit of everything. So in the hour we'd hit dinks, whatever. We always start out with a lot of dinking, like every which way.
We do a lot of basic like, okay, today 100 in a row, another day 400 in a row, another day 200 in a row. We do
Like
a
400 in a row?
Dinking. We did that once and we stopped.
And we only count her dinks. We don't count mine.
Oh my goodness.
If I miss, it doesn't count. Like,
Yeah.
but she can't miss because I'm gonna
yeah,
miss.
the 400 in a row was a day, and we literally had to stop the rally because we had been dinking for so long, and I was at 400, and I was like, all right, I feel
What's the
good.
world record? We should try and like break that or set it.
We used to count that on volleys, but now it's like there's no point in hitting slow volleys trying to get it, like, that's not the game
Right.
anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then there's some days where we'll just like work on stuff, where this is like, all right, we're just gonna figure out a new shot, or we're gonna
or you feel like you're struggling with
one
you know,
shot.
a lot.
The pickle box.
The pickleball box?
The Dink
Pickleball box.
Yeah, oh, just kidding. It's the pickleball box.
The pickleball box,
It is a subscription box.
gear, accessories, apparel.
And it comes straight to my door with all the hottest pickleball gear in here.
It's so hot I can barely.
Over $250 of value in each box, and you only pay 99 bucks for each one. Go to the dink.shop, undoubtedly the best gift for any pickleballer, or if you're like me, or anybody who listens to this, you're obsessed with pickleball, this is honestly like the perfect thing for you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, rather had fun on Yagi.